Tell me what's on your mind.
Hey there, this is Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics, and the name of the show today, I was trying to set it up this morning, but I fell asleep. Anyway, I woke up like 2:45, and I was like, oh crap, Yeah, I thought about not doing it today. I had to take my dog back into the vet. Her sugar's not stabilizing, and so they have her right now. So that. Not, that's been a distraction, but today I want to talk a little bit about the state of the channel. And when we did the state of the channel the last time, it was 200 subs.
Oh wow!
There was people on that were on the show that day that shall never be on my show again.
Really?
One person did. I'll just say that.
I wonder who that may be.
Who was that? I don't even know.
He has a fondness for rats. I'll just say that much. Anyway. But, anyway.
Well, you know what? Before you go ahead, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
I had a dog for a long time. And when I would take her in, leaving her there was not an option for me, right? And one time I brought her in to get looked at for something, and the guy's like, "You got that look," and I'm like, "Well, what is that?" He goes, "You got to look that if something goes wrong, you're gonna come back with a shotgun." And he wasn't joking when he said it. He looked at me like dead, like I can tell, dude. Because having your dog there, when I did that once or twice, it was very anxiety ridden.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be looking for another vet. I mean, these people have just been on my last nerve for a while now. The veterinarian that's name's on the door is never there, and she has like this cult of Karens around her, and
I don't believe it.
You can't talk to her directly. Every time you call, it's like, "Oh, you want to leave her a message?" And I'm like, "I'd like to talk to her." "Oh, well, she's too busy."
Right.
And it's like, well, and it's just been like this, and our little dog, we finally got our own test meter from them, and we're like checking her blood, and we never can get it stabilized. And but yeah, we can't talk to them, and we wanted a demonstration. They had us put the sensor on this, basically glued it right to her body. Okay, and there's this thing called Freestyle Libre that some diabetics have been swearing by, that there's a sensor left in your body, and you can just do a digital readout on your phone.
See. Right? I got you.
And that never worked, and so it's just like been one thing after another, and then she's got this thing stuck to her body that no longer works because it quit after 5 days. And then we can't get her through the door because some contact tracer had called them and told them they'd been exposed to COVID. So they shut the whole damn thing down and went curbside.
Heck?
Yeah.
North Carolina?
In North Carolina, yeah.
Dude, that's like Michigan territory, stupid.
Well, I mean, that's that tells me they're festooned with liberals. That tells me all I need to know about that. But so we've been trying to get through the door somewhere else, but right now we need to try to get her sugar stabilized because that's no joke. And they're like, well, we'll check her blood all day and try to see if she's spiking or whatever. And so they quoted us a low enough price that we put her back in there. But if they try to keep her, that's going to be the last straw. Because they said we're just going to test her today and then you can take her home this afternoon. But if they try to say, oh, we have to keep her overnight, we're going to be like, no.
You got to try different places. I brought my cat once. He had a big ass paw, man. His paw was so big, it was like as big as your fucking hand. Because he had a cast on, and they didn't tell me to take it off at a certain point, and then his paw just got really big from the cast. I brought him to an emergency room, right? Yeah. This place was like they wanted like so much money, and they said he's probably gonna die if he doesn't come in right now.
Right.
And I was like, I can't afford that. I didn't have the money at the time. So I went to another place and they told me like $150 and he'll be fine. So you got. I mean, you don't know. These people play games with your fucking.
Totally,
You know what I mean?
Well, they referred us to a hospital, and it was like $3,000 through the door, just
Holy
to park.
shit.
We park in the parking lot, and but they were like, she's gonna die if you don't, and then they never really gave us a diagnosis, and we're like, what? So we finally just is she well enough to take home? Okay, so she's well enough to take home, and we took her home, and then she seemed to be all right for a little while, and then she had to, she went back, and so we're just thinking. At this point, we don't even know if they're even looking at her, if they're just sticking her in a cage back there, But
so you don't have trust. There's no trust involved.
No, we've definitely lost all trust we had.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, let me say hello to a few people. We got Mr. Piggy over here, Mr. General Piggy. Hello.
General Piggy, what's up?
Yep, General Piggy. Hello, man.
What's up,
and
Piggy?
Got
What's
Will
up,
from
Will?
Creators comic over there, and Valnid. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? ...
Okay, well, nice comment. My insurance won't cover that. No.
Can I say, I've always liked Will's icon.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever made it for him did a really good job.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he hired somebody to do that.
What, that one?
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Right.
It's kind of cool,
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a good one. He doesn't have a beard though. I'm like, dude, why do you have an icon with a beard? You don't have a beard. But anyway,
he probably, yeah.
It is what it is.
Well,
he's catfishing.
I think he might be. Catfishing for somebody that likes bears. I don't know.
That's a first. I never heard that.
Oh yeah, bears are type. Bears are a type. Anyway, all right, gentlemen. Yeah, we're talking a little bit. So my numbers were really stagnated over the last little while. I crossed the 300 threshold. Had that celebration. About 3 weeks ago now? 3 or 4 weeks ago, and now I'm not even at 310 now. So things just went, And so,
well, have you ever thought that the time of the day is a challenging time because people are working?
Well, yeah, but it's really the only time it makes sense for me. And not many people are like streaming right at this time of the day. But there's people coming home. There's people that coming home. There's people like, if you look at the times, there's a lunchtime people that I have at the Pacific time that there's during their lunch hour. And so, I mean, and I haven't managed to make 300 subs on this time at this time. So I don't know.
You could do like videos about, well, for example, we could talk about like a hot topic that some people do. Like I know that Lord Crackhead does Game of Thrones, does Game of Thrones videos.
Well, see, the thing about it is I am so far removed from the mainstream. I mean, I there's. Hold on 1 second. Speak of the devil. There he is.
What up?
He doesn't have a beard there.
No, he doesn't there. No.
I bet you. So you had.
I'm hiding my mustache underneath my makeup.
Oh, that's right. Cesar Romero. That's right. Yeah. Hey, okay, old man. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Cool icon too.
Cool icon too. Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, this is kind of like the hand I'm dealt. This is the best time for me to stream.
Right.
But like the love streams have just been really, they've been really poorly attended. So if I moved to anyone, it would probably be that one. And I really haven't had content on Saturday nights for a while. I used to have people like contacting me wanting to be, writers that wanted to be on my Write Stuff show. But that's kind of faded out. I think the last one was Odin Dasco, and that was like 2 weeks ago. So I was, I had people. I've had people like say, "Yeah, I want to be on that. I want to be on your show." And I'm like, "Okay." And I gave them like the list of shows that I have. Which one suits you best. And but I have had I think a lot of the creators right now, the ones that would be interested in my show, are not putting out their projects right now. So I'm at a certain tier, that where I'm useful. The people that are putting out projects right now would not find me useful. So,
well, that might be true. I mean, like if you like, I was on your show a while ago, and I'm working on my book now, so it's like for me to plug so another creator might have the same issue. I'll meet you when I come back and do my new book.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. What's that, about 2 years off?
Yeah, right. I mean, it is.
That's about average.
But it proves your point. Your point's correct.
Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. I see something like what's 80s made, and he finally locked in a good panel, and that are there consistently. James and Odin. Kind of like consistent on his show, and it's funny, he found it by accident because James was kind of like an unknown commodity in this community, and it's like, hey, it's this Broken Compass guy, you need to get him on. Like, okay. I contacted him, he was very gracious and got him on, and then it's like, God, this guy's hilarious, and it turns out he's a ghost writer for the mainstream. Might have written some of my favorite comics from that period, the mid 2000s. And so it's like fascinating to talk to, but then but he got on 80s Made show like just before he got on mine, and they had such a good time on there, with the freewheeling that late at night, that he became a permanent member of that one. So I'm like,
right.
And now his channel's like this shit. So his channel went like from way behind mine to like just right past mine because he.
Well, the one thing about his show that's different is that he's on all night.
Yeah.
And so he has multiple people that go in and out watching it, right?
Right. Hey, Andy, Wrestling Aces, what's up, dude? Well, but I can't do that because I work third, so I can listen to his show, but I can't, be on his show. Belmont, I'd be interested to see if Belmont's new high stream time is going to work out. Because he was like late 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning, my time.
Wow.
On. So that I mean,
past my bedtime.
Past your bedtime. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people told me that, but it was just because his schedule only allowed him to stream that late at night.
Right. Plus, good stuff. He's a real good co-host. He's got this groove to him, really good stuff. That's good stuff. I don't have that. I think one problem,
I definitely couldn't do it without him. He's like the captain of the ship.
Well, I mean, he puts together those incredible videos and stuff like that.
They're cool.
Well, I mean, I look at like our fellow channel mate Luke Stone. He's got all these stabs, and he's got these really cool videos and stuff he plays. But I mean, he's that's his job right now. I mean, that's that he can sit at home and do that. I don't have sleeping. I'm during that time.
Sure. If you found a way to make your show the resource for writers and people that say I'm a writer now, right? Yeah, but I would watch the show to get tips on how to construct comic books, how to create characters, and I'm talking about in a really not in a laid back way like this. I'm talking more of like a really point.
Well, I looked at my other channel that I had before I got this one. It's called View of Uranus. Anyway,
what?
Oh my!
That was the name of the show. That was the name of the show. Anyway,
you never know what sticks, right?
Well, I tried it out, but then I realized that it was just like too on the edge there. So I decided to make this channel.
Now that you're all grown up.
Yeah, I know.
It's pronounced Uranus, not Uranus.
Yeah,
Uranus.
right.
Unless you're telling that Star Trek joke about Klingons.
Well, see, I had the reason I came up with that was because I had this Streisand effect moment. Because I remember when I was a kid, I swear I remember Marvin the Martian saying that he was going to blow up the Earth because it's obscuring his view of Uranus. I remember that in my head.
Like
I remember that I went back and I think they changed it to Venus. So, but
sure
I swear that it was Uranus when I was growing up.
Right.
For years and years and years, I thought that's what he said.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, it's the Mandela effect.
So you thought that people would catch on, like that's a clicky thing?
Well, I mean, I just
Catchy thing?
It's funny because I was part of several groups and they wouldn't even say that. They would just say, "Hey, view."
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's too awkward for people, but I used to do how-to videos on that one that were more instructional or whatever.
The only way that would kind of work though, because it could work, but you would have to be the most picture the coolest. You would have to be James Dean to make that work, right? Like people would just tune in. Like the contradiction would be such a cool thing, but 99% of humanity can't pull that one off.
Yeah, well, I'm part of that 99%.
So I think we all are, right?
Well, I constantly listen back to previous shows that I've done and try to eliminate some of my foibles, and try to hone my abilities as I go. I have a tendency to laugh too much. I've tried to eliminate that, but there's times where I'm just practically the freaking Joker.
Hey.
No offense, Joker fan.
I would disagree with you on that one, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
And you can say I'm full of it.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
I think that's a super good quality. I think it adds, because you're kind of a cerebral person, right? So it adds life to your show.
Okay.
That's my belief.
Well, I mean, I just find, when you guys are rolling, man, I just find y'all generally funny, man. I just, I think part of the problem is, hold on 1 second. Ho Joe, what's up? Ho Joe,
what's up, Hojo?
Hojo.
Well, I think this summer's been bad because, I haven't been able to get a lot of participation on my shows. Like the love streams have been just 3 or 4 of us. Pretty much me and Belmont and somebody else. I mean, but we had a really good one, like a few weeks back, like on cartoons, our favorite cartoons. We had a great show on that. But I think Buddy's not been able to be on the show. Having the Velociraptor over there is really eye catcher. But and maybe it's just a temporary malaise. Maybe I'll pull out of it. I don't know. But
you should call the people at the top and say do another lockdown, and then I can get more people. I can suck them in.
Yeah, well, but it'll kill every local business that's still struggling.
Too bad. It's your show.
I know.
What's more important, right?
Yeah. I just be thinking more of myself more. Thank you, Shadowpunk, for that. For a little piece of nihilism there.
Right.
I don't know. Buddy's been very, very busy. He's been working he says 70-hour work weeks. So I won't expect the guy to. Plus, he's trying to get. He's spending most of his time trying to get his book finished because this artist is having a second childhood, evidently.
Well, last time we talked, he was kind of.
Yeah, he's not been very impressed.
I think it's because COVID and stuff. He was all locked down for 2 years. Yeah. Now he's he can go back to the bars and hang out and have fun again.
Plus he's been under the thumb of a complete psychopath,
right?
And being out from under that. So, dang, yep. Hey, what's it, Dr. Rhino? I feel like a bitch for complaining about 50-hour work weeks now. Well, but yeah. I mean, I think over the summer, I think a lot of people got really busy and did a lot of vacationing and stuff like that. I hear people take vacations. I haven't had one myself in a few decades now, but
Me
I
too.
hear people do.
Right.
I haven't had a vacation since I was 11.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You and me, man. We're in the same boat. But yeah, and I don't begrudge people having like a life, an active life. You know, I don't do that. But yeah, it's like, hey, you know, could you like slow your life down and so you can be on my show more, you know? But you know, think about it. This though, is one of the reasons I tried so hard to build this platform is I wanted to be able to boost my friends, you know, and giving them a platform, giving them a launching off point, giving them the ability to kind of like try, you know, come on a show in a safe space, develop their style, eventually maybe get their own channels, you know. Got another person showed up. Hey, Luke Stone Studios, what's up, dude? And Hell T Bunny, what's up, Geek Avenger?
Luke.
The other thing that works really well is, and I know you don't want to do this,
yeah,
is vicious drama.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
can you fucking believe what Bunny did last week? Holy shit!
Hey, let me get plastered and go.
He lit himself on fire in front of the camera, right?
That's a possibility, unfortunately. I
told you to shave your eyebrows. You would have went up in views and subscribers.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm a pasty faced guy. I gotta have my eyebrows. I just gotta have them, man.
I told you to shave that beard.
Well, that's a possibility, actually.
He needs those eyebrows with that Peyton Manning forehead.
Have Greg shave you live right there. Just have him start shaving you.
I've got a higher forehead than Michael Bancroft, so there you go. This weekend, I walk into the belly of the beast, going to D.C. for a weekend getaway for a ball game in the zoo. Haven't been since July 2016. Few things have changed since then. Yes, they have. Seriously, pass out drunk, get monetized.
Totally.
Burning Man confirmed? No, it is not confirmed. I am not going to catch myself on fire. Not for you guys. I'm sorry. Not for anybody.
Do it.
No, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Great friends you are. Great friends you are. Hey, man, emulate yourself on cam. I'm sure that'll get you the views. Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to cam from the burn ward. What the hell, guys?
Start burning comics. Let's bring that back. I want to start burning comics. Send me some comics.
Burning comics?
Comics. Not good ones.
There are some comics you probably
the Marvel and DC comics up in flames, yes.
If anybody wants to send me some comics to burn and you back my book, you guys got my address. So just send me some fucking comics and I'll burn those.
I got one right there I can burn.
Shit.
What's that?
Yep, that one.
Boy.
That one can burn. Anyway.
Well, and look at DWAG. He'll do he'll dumpster dive in the middle of the winter, and then like that's a skill right there. Not everybody can pull that off.
Well, DWAG is DWAG, man. That energy, I can't do that. CG version of Jackass.
Yeah, it's like shavy bald.
Oh no! Everyone get this man a 400 subs who would seem uncomfortably eat sushi roll that I'll gladly pay for. Yeah, well, at this point, that's never going to happen unless you guys figure out a way for me to get there. But anyway,
yeah, you can lay down naked with sushi all over you, covering your parts.
No.
That'll get you so many fucking views.
It's not enough.
The internet.
Yeah, but I live in North Carolina. There's not enough sushi in this area to cover me, man. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Are you not a sushi fan?
Well, I've never had it. And they tell me, they're like, okay, you get to 400, you have to either eat sushi or ceviche. And I chose sushi, you know.
What's ceviche?
Ceviche is also raw fish, but it's a Cuban dish rather than Japanese.
I got you.
But
I also recommended you eat that hot chip, the hottest chip in the world. You want to eat one?
that challenge.
The one chip challenge.
The one chip challenge. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta wear gloves when you eat it.
Well,
Really?
you might be a little surprised on that. I can actually handle that pretty well.
We'll see live.
Yeah. Well, I put the Pacao chip challenge. It's PAQUI. Yeah, I know what it is. I watch Hot Ones. I know what it is. Anyway, no, my uncle, he had this hybrid Thai pepper that he brought back from Vietnam. Thai pepper used to be the hottest in the world.
Right.
And before this guy in South Carolina started making these hybrids, but his actually hybridized in our my grandpa's garden, and they called it TNT. It's no official name for it, right? But I bit into one of those when I was like 11, and I don't remember like the next half hour of my life. I mean, I had my mouth completely.
Really?
But yeah, my uncle dared me, and he knew what was going to happen. But I bit into that thing, and it was bad. It was bad. Trinidad scorpion pepper. Yep.
That
Yeah,
doesn't even sound good, man. That sounds like
no.
hospital.
Yeah. Boy, that was uncomfortable. Yeah. But yeah, hold on. I used to throw those kinds of peppers, chase the rabbits away from the garden. Yeah. Yep. Well, the guy in South Carolina, he's got like he's actually got hotter than the ghost pepper, just sitting in his garden, just waiting for somebody to try to break the Scoville mark that he set. So he's got hotter already. He just like has them in reserve.
Do you get anything if you try it, like the 96 ounce or whatever?
I don't know. But yeah, I mean that guy's like he's like it's funny because he went into to botany, right? And his family was just really disappointed in him. It's like, why did you go into something that's going to pay off? He's a multi-millionaire, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody can figure out how he's doing it. But he's in South Carolina. He's got this greenhouse, and he makes them down there.
I'll tell you
I
something.
bet that's not all he makes.
I'm betting it's not all he makes.
Millionaires have a thing about food where I'm not surprised if they have spicy stuff because it's a whole nother level of barbecue, pork barbecue, all that stuff.
Right. Well, he says once had a hot sauce so hot, eyes dilated, literally felt high. Couldn't eat spicy food for months after that. Weirdest dream I ever had was sleeping after that. I bet. Yeah, after a certain point, your body just takes over. The guy that I've never, he was on Hot Ones, right? Is that the little guy with the glasses? He's on the Food Network. I can't even remember his name, but he's the nerdiest looking guy, and he was actually like taking those hot sauces and drinking them directly out of the bottle, and like doing a swish, and he's like, "Oh, telling him what's in it, right?" And it's like this hot sauce that everybody else is like, dying by that point.
Some people like that; they can handle it.
Well, I mean, he's a world famous gastronomist, so I'm sure he's probably eating everything. But yeah, back to my show. Anyway, so I'm planning on going on Fiverr and seeing if I can find somebody to produce some stuff for me, maybe some stabs and some things like that. I just don't have the time. I don't have the ability. The guy who made the crawl for the love stream as Todd. Todd's been extraordinarily busy. Also, hasn't been able to be on the show. Plus, he's had some family drama he's dealing with. So yeah, I can't like put more on his plate. But so I think I'm just going to up my game. My opening crawl and a couple other ones I created like on this website. With some general, like you can take templates and change them. And it
Good
just
stuff
don't
will give you a deal if you wanted to get some stabs or something.
Yeah. Well, but everybody's booking good stuff right now. Does he even have time?
He's doing work for ETEP or whatever his name is.
Oh, ETEP Wokinian or whatever.
Yeah, he's doing some editing work for him.
Well, that commercial he did was really good. I've been meaning to upload it. I keep forgetting, but he did a great commercial for our the ad that we did in the back of Belmont's
I'll
know,
upload it so you
comment.
can play it. It's only 50 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Here's an idea. This is a small idea, but
Right.
I think when people when I watch podcasts,
yeah,
it really is great when the person watching gets something out of it besides entertainment.
Right.
So you could even do something like, and you guys can tell me if this is a good idea or not.
Okay.
Like in the beginning or the end or both, you give like a pearl of writing wisdom. Right? Like a simple thing that says when you do this, try to do this.
Well, I tried to do a like a bunny bunny thought of the day for a while, and I got like 2 weeks in, and I just I just
had no more thoughts.
Well, I mean the third shift just you guys have no idea how that just
No,
happens.
I do. I worked third shift before.
Yeah, and I mean I just don't have the energy. And I mean I'm forgetful all the time. It's just I'm getting to where I'm like seriously saying, okay, you guys either move me to first shift or I'm gone. After 16 years. But
maybe you're too good at third shift and they don't want to let you go.
They laid me off. They've laid me off like 3 times at the same place, and then brought me back. And so they want rid of me, but they can't do without me.
It's a tricky thing because once you get good at the thing that they force you to do, then they stick you in that spot because you do it so well. It's really like a thing it's hard to get out of.
Well, I had this philosophy once upon a time: if you're the best at the worst thing, then you'll always have job security. Totally. But the problem is they'll let you do the worst thing forever. Right. So you'll never move up or never.
I used to do these commercials. There used to be this grocery store company called Big Y.
Right.
And I used to do these. We had a 3D animator made a really cool animated commercial, and every week they would come in and put the new deals in. And I was just starting out, so I would put the new deals in. I would do this for like 2 years. Right. It was a little like half an hour billing I could do, and eventually they're like, "Dude, you just got to stop. Just let the second new guy do it."
Right.
And it's like you got to like let go of that stuff, but it's hard, man.
Well, let me play this commercial. This is made by Mr. Good Stuff. Now let me warn you.
Oh, the ad was created by Todd. That's featured in it.
Oh, right. The ad was created by Todd. Yeah, that's featured in it. The aforementioned Todd. The Todd. The Todd. Anyway, let me go ahead. Let me warn you guys. You might want to turn your volume down. This he's got the music on the cranked in this thing. So, all right, here we go. Let's add it to the screen.
Really cool.
Was it a Bowser laugh at the end?
I don't know. This is a good one though.
It's really cool. Yeah, so Good Stuff did that.
Yeah, Good Stuff did that. So
it's got a lot of energy to it.
Yeah, that sounds like Meshuggah. I think that's the group that's in that music.
I got a copyright claim for it, so it's something.
Badass. Love his music. Yeah. It sounds like Meshuggah. That guy's got a very distinctive double bass style. I do tend to dip my toe in the metal sometimes. Badass. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Kind of want to like start punching people when I'm watching it.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, that music, man. I remember when I first heard Pantera, I'm like, holy crap! This makes me want to punch some old lady in the face. Were you talking to me? You know.
Right.
I was ready to like beat up people.
Or at least in her big brown beaver.
Oh, right, yeah. Winona's big brown beaver doesn't have me the same energy. Doesn't give me the same energy now. That's Primus, by the way. If anybody doesn't know.
Well, the other thing that I like is that it showcases the Genesis Crüe books.
Yeah.
And I think that's also one thing that you could possibly do because I'm in demand. Belmont's probably, I think he's in demand, right?
Yeah, he is. He is.
And there are other people too. And I'm sure we've all been on your show and talking about our books, but
right.
why not do it more often? And
yeah.
Well,
I did a show like the last Thursday. I did a show that was like doing reviews of several books that I had. The funny thing about
that's right. Yeah.
Funny thing about it is the little Presties are like really pushed this one review that this chick did, who's a smaller channel than mine, and never mentioned that I did one, even though I sent them like links to it and everything. I think it's because I said it. Aaron's not quite there yet, but he's going to be there in about a book or two. And writing wise.
That's what the review. That's what the review said.
Well, yeah, that's what I said in the review.
Okay.
I said it's good enough, but I want a book too, because I can see the direction he's heading. Because he got stronger as the book went on, but I could tell he hadn't written for a while or hadn't written very much. But he has the competence and he has the thing about it is I don't consider that negative, but I guess other people consider that negative.
Well, he did really well with his book. So even if you had a bad review, it's like if I was him, I wouldn't care, right? I mean, and B, let's face it, he crushed it, right? So and B, it does sound like a positive review. I mean, you would also think that. Yeah. I mean, you can't put yourself in someone else's head. Maybe he thinks, "Shit, I've been doing it forever."
See, it's not really fair. I'm comparing him to James Rock because James Rock makes me look sick. I mean, he is good. He is really good. Yeah. The Magnificent. Hey there, Arya Blackness. Welcome in.
So I went on Arya's show about a month or two ago.
Oh, okay.
Really cool. Those guys were great, man. And so what was funny was, how often do you guys talk to Brits? Actually, he's a Welshman. But,
a few times.
But it's not the most common thing that we do.
No.
Right? So talking to those guys was like, I remember I said to them, you guys remind me of the Young Ones. Remember the show, The Young Ones?
Yeah.
They knew it like instantly. They knew what I was talking about right away.
Well, if I watch anything, I watch a lot of British content before it got really, really woke. I don't watch anything new. They destroyed their content. I mean, utterly and completely destroyed their content.
Right.
They started down that road before America did. And then they've always had like some woke themes and some like communism mixed in, but they just really went off the. I mean, really.
Actually, I'm Welsh as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my grandparents are from Wales.
My
brother lived there for a while.
Isn't Wales like gorgeous country, like mountains?
Wales is actually
like more sheep than people.
Have you you ever see early when Doctor Who first came back? What's Doctor Who when you first came back? They shot it mostly in Wales. Everything you pretty much see is in Wales.
Really?
Yeah, because BBC Wales got basically they didn't think it'd work, so they shoved it off to BBC Wales, and so BBC Wales had Doctor Who for a long time.
Cool.
And as soon as main BBC's like, oh, this is successful, and then ripped it back over to London, everything went to shit. But they did Torchwood. Torchwood definitely had a lot of Welsh countryside in it. But that's back when they first came back and everything.
Well, whenever I watch, talking about wokeness on TV, whenever I watch, like, try to watch a TV series on Netflix, and it's even all of them really, but they're like the second you turn it on,
Yeah.
All the racial groups are represented. There's gay people that are like standardized.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sure there's going to do trans at some point.
Well,
you're just like, oh.
What really kills me about that is you'll be watching this show and everything seems to be fine, and then suddenly there's this gratuitous like two lesbians crawling all over each other. And it's like it's so wrenching. It's like it's just shoved in there, you know. And yes to all that, you are correct.
Yeah. I mean, they knew it too. I could tell that they knew it. They could, you know.
Oh, it's all deliberate. I mean, it's all deliberate. There was a show they were pushing for this at one time called something 8. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But everybody's like the 8 people worldwide that were like linked together, and everybody's like pushing the show. Like all the critics were like, "Oh, you gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the show, right?" And next thing, and it had like a chick that was on Doctor Who, the black girl from like season 3, I think. You know, I didn't. She wasn't my favorite, but she was on that show, and so I'm watching the show, and next thing you know, there's 2 lesbians like crawling around on the bed, and one of them pulls off a strap on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the strap on is wet.
You sure you aren't watching The Sandman?
No, I didn't even watch that. I didn't even bother. But
dude, you know what's funny? The Sandman is like not only did that stuff happen, but like the most evil guy in the show wasn't Lucifer. It was the guy who was the stepfather or whatever, or the guardian taking care of the young boy. Right, he was gonna chain him to the pipes and break.
Let me guess, he was white. He was white straight male, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean, do they not understand? Do they not understand how predictable that makes their show? Okay, who's the white straight male? That guy. He's the villain. Yeah. All right, I can turn it now.
I think it's irrelevant. I think they know that people don't like it, but they figure that if they make everything like that, then you'll just adjust.
Well, I read this report that's talking about that Blackrock, this organization, this
corporation.
It's a corporation that basically bought our government during the time where they had the big crash during the Obama administration, and during that crash, the BlackRock basically bought all of the debt. They had enough money to buy all the debt, and they're the ones that put in the ESG program.
Oh, right.
And they're the ones funding the ESG program. And these basically these corporations, it's basically a social credit for corporations. They have to meet certain criterion, or their debt, their markers get called, basically.
Right.
And so all this is artificial. It's all the roads lead back to this weird fund that seems to have unlimited resources.
So, not to go off point, but I came up with another idea.
Here we go. Go.
And this one you might like.
All right.
Okay.
All right, shoot.
So
I'm open.
You obviously have been well read in comic books. Okay. We've all grown up reading them, and because you're a writer, you know what they're doing. So what would be cool is if you gave instead of having just an online show like this, you also have a show where you pre-record. Okay, just hear me out. And then what you do is, let's just say you do pick your storyline that you like or don't like, right?
Right.
And then you actually break down how they wrote the story and how they structured it and why. Yeah. And let's say it could be 10-minute videos.
Well, the greatest comic book that I've ever read, it's just crazy, but the greatest comic book I've ever read, the one that's like influenced me the most, is the Mutant Massacre Power Pack.
Oh, right, yes.
And because they took these bunch of little innocent kids, managed to maintain their innocence, but shoved them down in that horror, the most horrific comic line. The most horrific comics that I've ever read in my life. The Mutant Massacre was just really hard to read through, and they put these kids down there, and they managed to somehow make a compelling story, but not and keep the kids consistently the kids, and then they managed to weave them into they were in the storyline because there's storylines in other books that were like in this book that went to, and it was all so orchestrated so well. I mean, they run into Wolverine after they managed to get away from Sabretooth. And they Mr. Wolverine, sir, he's back that way. And then Wolverine's like, I'll take care of it. You know, get safe. Go get safe. And then then that particular throwdown was in another book that I had.
Cool.
But it was all like so orchestrated so well. But this book, these kids, they had like this shuffle of their powers where everybody got a different power. They all like had these power sets, right? But right before this book happened, they all got like different power sets, and there's these two brothers. One of them is the older brother who's always like picking on his younger brother, right? And he's like tortures him all the time. And he gets like a really more, he thinks he gets a more powerful power, you know. He gets like he can disintegrate people, right? And his younger brother gets like his gravity power. But his younger brother just really takes off with that power and just really starts exploring it. And he gets a chance to like take some villains out, and he doesn't take it. He like takes blows rubble down on them because he can't bring himself to like roast them or anything, and they deserved it. But he just couldn't do it. Yet his brother is like, and he's like sitting here and thinking about how good his brother is and everything, but he can't tell him. He'll never tell him, you know, how good he is. But he's like admiring his younger brother's acumen, and it's like it's all subtext. It's all in his thoughts, and it's just woven into this thing. It's beautiful.
Was the big draw the fact that they took the innocent kids and put them in a nightmare situation? Is that was the overall like? That's pulls you in.
Yeah. I mean, they there's like the reason they go down in the tunnels. This is what's really cool. The reason they go down in the tunnels is because they get a vision. One of the Franklin Richards, who's was part of this little group at that time, had this dream power, which later turned out he's godlike powers or whatever. But this is back when he's a little kid, right? And the Fantastic Four were like missing at that time, and he was staying with them. And he had this vision of Leech, who the little weird green guy that like Will, are you awake? I think was asleep.
The calming voice put him to sleep.
Well, anyway, so he dreams that Leech is down there, and then they're like, "Well, we got to go save Leech." And so these kids, they like power up and they go down, and you know they sneak out and they go down in the Mutant Massacre tunnels looking for Leech, and they're just trying to like save their friend, you know. And it's a real compelling storyline. It's what kids would do. And there's never a moment in that story where they did anything that kids wouldn't do.
That's the way that you can analyze a story like that. I think is very, very worth something. And here's the other thing too, is that let's just say on your channel you put Mutant Massacre and Power Pack, right? Yeah. So you're not gonna get this just CG people. Now there's gonna be fans who read that book, and then they're gonna go. And so here's your 10-minute analysis of this story. And then, but here's the other clincher. You have to take with your phone, take photos of the comic panels and show some of them.
Yeah. Well, I had a digital download because I don't have the actual physical comic anymore. But
you can. Oh, then you can do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I would like populate that or show it, but you know, I mean that is something that I guess I could do. But that kind of content takes time to edit and takes time to do that. And a lot of these people that have channels that are taking off have time to do this, or they have people doing it for them.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, that's my biggest challenge. You
Okay,
know?
then I'm doing it.
Outcast Stretch Fire. Well, yeah, you're busier than I am, man.
Dude, I'm so busy, it's crazy. And I
know.
And I already came up with something I'm gonna do, and great, you know, it never ends. It never ends.
Right. Well,
I love it.
I thought I'd go on Fiverr and see if I can find somebody to produce my show for a reasonable price.
Cool.
There's a lot of these guys that are doing this stuff. They're like, oh yeah, I found somebody on Fiverr, so I think I'm going to do that.
Cool.
Hold on. I had no time, and everyone was reviewing comics. Yeah. Well, I think what I want to do. I've been kind of waiting for my friend Norm Leinert to finally get his act together. He's got the costume and everything. And he's planning on doing some content, but I thought that'd be a good thing for me and him to do, like go and do back comics, because he's got that knowledge base, you know. Right. Of course, he wants to wear the Magneto helmet. If he wants to wear the Magneto helmet,
I do it, man. That's cool.
But well, I talked to him about doing a show called Tuesdays with Normie, you know, instead of Tuesdays with Maury, you know.
Cool.
But he's like been in flux, you know. He's had a lot of physical problems and everything. But yeah, he's making like he's got the cape, he's got the head, the collar piece, he's got the helmet.
Where did he get the helmet from?
His daughter bought him like a replica of the one that they use in the like the second tier of the X-Men movies, the ones with the younger ones. She got him one of those. So I'm gonna have to mute you, Will, man. You're snoring on me, man.
If you ever watched the X-Men movies, the reason that confused me was at the end of Days of Future Past. No, at the end of Days of Future Past, Magneto goes into the vault again, down below the Pentagon, and he pulls a helmet out of the thing. Yeah. That was a kick-ass helmet.
That's the one. That's the one he's got. Yeah.
Is that the one? It's like it's got the curled like spikes.
Yeah, that's the one. I had no time. All right, I've already seen that one. Yeah, Will, let me know, man. If you wake up, let me know in the chat. I can't.
He's trying to be like Dale Keown. He's trying to get all those views. He's trying to make your channel better. It was a plan.
Well, yeah, but if he's on camera, actually on camera, you know, we can sit here and make fun of him. You know,
that Keown thing is really crazy, and it only works because he's a legend. He's a legend, and he's also a wild card type of guy. Yeah, right. Yeah. So you don't know what's going to really happen with that guy, and so that's the fun part about it.
Well, evidently, he should get away from Mandy. She's messing with him.
What do you mean?
Well, he's like bemoaning the fact that he loves Mandy before he like passed out. So.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard. I have no desire to watch somebody drunk into sleep or whatever. But
well, you can if she's got all the energy Mandy does. Right, and she has natural vivaciousness, right?
Energy. Is that what they call it? Okay.
Is there another name for it?
I don't know. I just can't stand her fake accent. I can't stand it.
Says a guy who knows because he's from the South.
Yeah, anybody that's from the South knows that accent is fake. It's fake. I'm sorry.
What's fake? She's from Georgia.
Yeah, but she's pushing it. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I got you.
Hold on a second. Dale also told John Maiden he loved him. So, okay. Well, it is what it is.
Right. Maybe that's part of the character she does on the show.
Yeah, but he hasn't done a cover for John Malin.
Not yet, right?
No, he has not done a cover for John Malin, which John Malin is not happy about. But anyway, it is what it is.
Everybody else got one but him.
Yeah, anybody that makes John Malin unhappy, I have to say my admiration increases. So anyway, not a fan.
There's a thing with women where they have they're so fun to listen to and watch.
Yeah.
If they can just, I don't know what the classical example is.
Horny. They make you horny. There you go. All Southern accents sound the same to me. They are not. They are not. I love you, man.
Yeah, Texas is a lot different than North Carolina.
Well, now the thing about it is though, is if you hear an obvious Southern accent, most of the time that person's putting on, because a Southern accent is not. I mean, it's not. Well, it's not Colonel Sanders. Okay, Kentucky accent is something a lot more subtle than that, and and if you hear somebody saying y'all all the time, like that, I mean,
right?
It's just too much, and the fact that you got all these down shots and there's like 30 filters on the cameras. I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious what she's going for there. I mean,
well, I'll tell you something. If you got her stubs, you'd do it too.
Yeah, I would too in a heartbeat. I would too in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
If what you're saying is accurate, it's something she thought out, and it's a tool she uses to entertain. And if people like it, they like it.
Well, it's the same energy. I mean, there's millionaires on OnlyFans.
Probably.
I mean, yeah. I mean that there's a woman that got like $10,000 for a hug, and then she brought her like boyfriend with her, got the hug, and then they went on the vacation that the $10,000
wow.
paid for. Yeah.
I would do it cheaper than that. I'll hug anyone for like $1,000.
Some Southern accents come from high English accents, some from Cockney accents, some came from Irish accents. They mutated over time, but one can still kind of hear it. Yeah.
The Michigan accent is a remnant, I think, of German and Swiss.
Yeah.
Because we have a little bit of, okay, we're going to go down,
Midwest.
A little bit of that, right? And so, like, if you're from, like, pop, or pop,
right.
like, that kind of, and you don't hear it if you live here, but when you go someplace else, you hear it. I can spot.
Well, depending on how high up in Michigan, because the closer you get to the lakes, the more you sound Canadian.
The UP.
Yeah. Right.
Trust me, I know. My wife's from Michigan. I gotta hear it.
Well,
yeah.
Well, one of my friends is from Muskegon, so yeah.
That's up there.
Yeah. So I hear he sounds
like from the UP.
Right.
You betcha.
Is great. Yeah, you betcha.
Dude, I see that all the time, and don't even think about it, right? But I have an accent. Your accent is from where you are,
Right. I honestly think most of that the success that movie Fargo had was from the way people talked in that whole, the whole ultra politeness, all this brutality, all this brutality is going on, and people are like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I found him in the snow down there, yeah, I think he bled out.
That was it. That's almost like your power pack and massacre thing, where you put the two contradictions together and they really electrify stuff.
But as long as you get authenticity, that's the thing. Authenticity. You can always taste authenticity when you see it. And that's what we're dealing with now is everything we're looking at is so inauthentic. And if I were to push drama on my channel, and I had a video about this, and because right after the EFAP thing with Ethan, I had a choice to make, and I was like, do I continue down this road? I continue to try to agitate EVS or continue trying to get those people that are not happy with him on my channel, and kind of push it in that direction. And I just like, no, I'm just going to decouple from the whole thing. I'm just going to be, because I'm not that person. I'm not that kind of person. I don't think that way.
Right.
And I had so many back channels. I had the same amount of back channels that the comic book hut got. I had the same amount of people was coming to me. I had the same amount of people not happy with EVS that were coming to me and want me to be their mouthpiece. I had the same people coming to me.
Wow.
But I saw the inherent flaw in that. And I don't have, and this is the truth. This is the truth. It's not that I actively hate EVS. It's that I don't care. I am completely apathetic about him. Completely
That's fair enough.
He can live his life. He can do whatever he wants to and have the success. He can do a second chance and like blow 100K. If he's got that many people willing to like keep throwing money at him, then God bless, you know. But I'm just not, you know.
It makes sense too because if you're going to go down that route, you're going to have to field it day in, day out. And if you're not that type of person, then you're going to look like a jackass or something, right?
No, I mean, what you're seeing right now with B-Rose, what you're seeing right now is an artificial growth, and that was basically created by somebody else, and he rode the wave, and now he's got this channel, and people have expectations of him that he can't meet because he's not the guy that got him that many subs. And so now he's sitting here and people are like, you know, wait a second, why is this guy sparkling and funny as he used to be? Why did I, you know, give this guy a sub? And it's just because if you can artificially push yourself into like numbers easy. I mean, Pops is a good example of that. You know, you get on Pops channel and do the whole CromCon, and then you look at the view numbers and it's like 2, 3 through 3, you know, things like that.
I got you.
And but he's got several thousand subs supposedly. So where is that audience, you know?
I cracked me up one day. I was on Joe Sontag's show with B-Rose, and he just cracked me up, man. He did a thing where we're all talking about the books, how cool everything is, you know, and then he's like this, eating this food.
Yep.
With no regard, because he's so natural now in front of the camera that he's like, you know, whatever. You know, I like if I scratch, I'm conscious of it, right? He's like, you know.
Well, if you watch the 656 guys and the comics Gway guys, they just take the piss out of him all the time because he's just not motivated. He's really not motivated. I mean, you ask him about his show or ask him about his comic book, he has to read off a card.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I did not get that impression, I'll be honest with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I didn't get that impression. You know,
it's better to have a group of people because not everybody can be charismatic all the time, right? And informal mukbang.
I think we need to form a cult of our own.
Well, I think what we got in the GC is even more interesting. We've got a collection of incredible creatives. I mean, I was going through the murderer's row the other night in the chat about the people we have actively in the Genesis crew. Oh, are you there? You back, Will? Back with us, man?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're snoring on us, so I didn't mute you there.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's nice to know my show is so effervescent that I'm putting people on the panel to sleep.
And you're wondering why your channel's in crisis.
I'm serious, man. Goodness gracious. My old panel people are like...
That's a barbarian savage thing to do, to fall asleep on the podcast. Although, you know what? Let's stop here for a second. Let's all admit one thing. If you would have done it on camera, way more interesting.
Way more interesting.
I mean, if you could have drooled, then we would have paid to watch it.
Yeah, man.
Well, I would have muted him and just sat there. We could just talk trash about him while he was asleep. You know. Missed opportunity there. You know. All right. He needs to sleep.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah. Yeah, bring a pillow. You know, just sack out.
I mean, I would crank it up to epic proportions. I would do eating while you're eating, and you fall asleep on the podcast. because it'll capture people's imagination, you know. Or,
Well, I've actually known people that was sleepy. I knew this guy. He's a really huge guy. I mean, he's about 6'5", 6'6", maybe, and pushing 300 pounds, pretty close. And he would sleep. He'd be out here. He'd be in the canteen, and he'd be like. I'm like, no wonder you're fat, man. No wonder you're so fat, you know.
Well, 6'5" to 300, that's not really fat, is it?
Well, he's over 300. He's well over 300.
Okay.
I was being kind.
Well, so am I.
Well, you're in a wheelchair, so you have an excuse. Anyway, but I guess what I need to do, if we do any conclusions for this today, maybe do more content, like more upload content. You know, find somebody on Fiverr to like refresh my my crawls and everything, and maybe find some. One thing I want to try to do is I want to try to get some stabs that are off of that Secret Life of Pets Snowball, the little crazy white rabbit, because he is hilarious. So I need to get some stabs of him. Yeah, Kevin Hart. Yeah. I'm heroic and handsome. You know. It's the only reason I watch that movie. Anyway, so yeah, I need to get some stabs from him. I don't have the time myself, but maybe I could pay somebody else to do it. But that's
all the solutions do actually require more time, right? But
all the solutions, more time, more energy. You know.
But that isn't totally okay. The one idea that I mentioned about you doing an analysis of a single book, and then like a short 10-minute video, you can literally like click your phone, click images, and you could put those on screen, and you could, because the real thing you're selling is your take on the show, on the comic book. And I personally think that's what,
Well, look who showed up last minute.
Yo.
Pothead, I swear. Well,
That's why I was asleep. I ate one of Good Stuff's brownies.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
Okay, well, that explains it.
You're not in a coma?
As he would say, that's good stuff.
That was good stuff.
Belmont's
like, what the hell? I didn't get a brownie.
He woke up. He's like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, anyway, I can't do it like he does it. Yeah, that's good stuff. Anyway.
That's good stuff.
No, it's affection.
I like the head on the alligator.
Be jealous. It's okay. Yeah. I'm jealous. There you go. Yeah. I just I got a phobia. I can't go under the knee. I can't be inebriated. I just can't do it. I literally fight it the whole way. So it is what it is.
Will, I want to ask you a question. So do you just like the icon of Cesar Romero or Joker, or is this, because that's kind of a crazy photo when you really start to look at it? What's the deal?
Well, Cesar Romero's my favorite Joker of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, his take on the Joker was classic for the whole comic book, like retro feel. And I just dug the whole thing. Hey, Mrs. Good Stuff, how are you?
Hey, Miss Good Stuff.
He really was. It's funny. It's a good point. Never thought about it. He really kind of defined the Joker for a long time.
Yeah, he was the first on-screen Joker. Yeah.
But he did such a potent version.
Yeah,
that really sticks, right?
Yeah, and he had the grease paint over his mustache. That was cool. That was the funny part,
It's funny too, because
why does she have a spinal picture as her icon? Anybody idea?
Good question. Excellent question.
Well,
what's that little shape?
Good Stuff is a pain in the back, or it's really hard to carry this guy through all these shows.
Oh wow. Well, bless your heart, Mrs. Good Stuff. Anyway.
Rick went from falling asleep to being razor sharp.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just like that.
I had to save up for that.
Yeah, he has to nap, give you energy. To give you energy, he has to nap a little bit in mid-show. That's fine. That's no big deal. Anyway, so I just thank you guys for coming on. I think I got some ideas. I think I got some directions to go in. Some of them are feasible. So, all right.
Think about wearing a bunny costume, like
No.
from the Christmas Story.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Or something like that.
No. That besides, that's Frege. Frege already did that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's Frege stick.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean
that's-
you look better. You would look better. That matters.
You could wear that outfit from what was that movie? The pirate outfit from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No, not gonna happen.
Oh, right.
And before you get, I'm not gonna wear the Donnie Darko bunny head either.
Ah.
Before you start, I'm gonna head that off.
What about a furry bunny? Like one of those furry heads? But
No.
Bunny?
No.
Do you guys remember the cheerleaders from Fast Times? Where they're like, come on, Richmond, and then someone throws like a paper airplane. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, hold on. So, she says I had spinal surgery a few years ago. Oh, bless her heart.
Wow.
Originally done for the lack of a better avatar. Well, it's a little disturbing. You might want
I
to.
thought that was a Tool album cover.
It was.
Yep. Anyway, that's all I got for the day. I got a phone call coming in, so I'll talk to you.
I thought we
guys
were
have a
going
very-
after a caller.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, guys. I'll call him back. No big deal. But thank you guys for
A bad,
coming today.
bad. That's all, folks.
Anyway, that is actually all, folks. So, all right. This has been Cooper from the Playboy. No, won't do it. No. Yeah.
The Great Chungus.
They already had a guy on with that Playboy bunny outfit on their cover. And
Oh yeah, they did do that.
Look. It's not a good look. Not a good look.
I know,
All
but the views.
All right, guys. Well, I want views, but I don't want views that bad. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay, guys.
Later.
All right. Yeah, you guys are just you just bad influences on me. Anyway, it's been Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics, Hero Creators Outlet, Belmont Press, and Mr. Shadow Punk down there. And I gotta go. All right, later, guys.
Operators are standing by.
All right. Have a nice day. Right.
Tell me what's on your mind.